All right, so welcome back to Noob School. This is where you come to hear funny stories and learn something from great salespeople, people that have done remarkably well in sales over a long period of time. And I take them back to when they started. What did they do right? What did they do wrong? What things can they pass along to you as you start your journey in sales and in business? And today, I don't know how we did it, but we got one of the all-time greats, Larry Clevenstine, who I've known and been working with going back 25 years. This is our century year, Larry.
Yes, getting old, John.
I don't know. I feel young.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you this, Larry, this is something you can learn. When Larry started with me, when we started working together, he was not in great shape.
Oh, no.
Right?
I was heavy Clevy.
We called you heavy Clevy, fat Clevy. There was stuff we told you that you didn't even hear.
I'm sure.
But you were heavy and you were kind of stressed out, stress eat, whatever.
Oh, yeah. And not too long after I started working there, I decided I needed to get in better shape. So I was 250 pounds.
Holy, I don't even remember that.
Yeah, I was the skinniest fat guy you can meet. I was chunky here. But I went down to about 165 after about 6 months.
Is that where you are now?
About 170.
Yeah, that's mostly muscle, the extra.
Yeah,
right? I mean,
I work out 6 days a week. So,
So seriously, in my book, chapter 1, if you hadn't read the book, read, what's it called? Noob School?
Noob School.
Noob, whatever it's called, something about noobs. The very first thing you need to do is get yourself under control.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
And of course, I didn't tell Larry that. I think I've told other people that. But he figured it out. He was out of control physically, and he couldn't function near his top.
Right.
And he fixed it.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was a game changer for me. I was too focused on one area of my life, and I need more balance. So.
Was it work?
Yes.
Yeah. Because we worked like crazy.
Oh, yeah.
We kind of like the stress and
Type A,
Type A.
So I put that Type A energy into stuff outside of work, family, getting healthier, getting in shape, and actually ended up making a business out of it, a side business, where I taught fitness boot camps for 15 years.
Right.
So it was great.
So just real quick, you went to Temple.
Temple U, yep.
That makes you an owl.
I'm an owl.
I like that. Best damn owl we've ever had.
Probably the only owl.
Yeah, only owl.
Yeah, well.
What is Temple? Never mind. So if you find yourself in that situation, if you're out of college, maybe you've been like drinking lots of Leinenkugels or like hitting the bong really hard or eating pizza.
Lots of pizza, John.
Pizza, lots of cheese.
Cheesesteaks.
Cheesesteaks. You've been doing that a lot. How do you go from that, the 250, to the fit 160 teaching the fitness classes?
Well, a lot of it is discipline, and it is really setting goals for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I knew, like, walking up the Datastream stairwell, wheezing and out of shape I needed to change this.
Were you on 3 or 2 or 4?
I was on the 4th floor.
4. So you had to walk all the way up? That's not pretty far.
Yeah. So did the elevator quite a bit. But
me too.
So I really just I knew I had to make a change. I wanted to do, I have a family. At the time, I had 2 young girls. I have 3 daughters. And I was like, I want to be around as long as possible for them. But really it was taking all the energy that I had towards working and also balancing that out to fitness and other things in my life. So, and when I started I didn't even know I wanted to do sales. Like, when I first got out of college, I was up in Philly, and I was an HR major. Actually, I was first an accounting major.
Okay.
Boring. My mom was an accountant. My brother was an accountant. So I was like, I'll be an accountant.
Okay.
But I didn't like. I like people.
Yeah.
So then I switched to be an HR major. I wanted to do training.
Right.
But I couldn't. When I got out of college, just like you can't really. I couldn't find the HR job right away. So I did an intern at a software company.
Yeah.
And processing contracts and taking orders.
Yeah.
and then found out like, hey, I can upsell these guys, and then it just turned into they said, hey, do you want to start an inside sales group? I don't know anything about it, but I like it. I like interacting with the customers. And I got hired, and sales was my thing. I enjoyed it from there.
And that was in Philly?
That was in Philly. And then about 3 or 4 years later, I went to outside sales for the same company down in Carolinas here in Greenville. Did that for a little while. Then I wanted to come back inside. I decided I liked the inside sales at that point was better for my life. And I interviewed with you and 2 other companies. And I had a great interview with you. And I was like, I got to work for that guy. Because what I really enjoyed about you was there's a seriousness, of course, but it was also very fun. And I thought I could learn a lot from you. So, and that's kind of how I got down here and into the Datastream world, and where I met you. And that's where I learned a lot about selling.
Well, just to back you up for a second on the interview we had. I'll never forget. I had this corner office, and I had taped all the windows, with paper because I didn't want any light to come in. I don't know why. I wanted to control the light. And that morning he came in. It was like 8:30 or 9, and I had all these pills on my desk, and I was like in this phase of taking vitamins and all this stuff. And I said, Larry, listen, here's the deal. I said, this is going to be a quick interview. He goes, oh, well, that's fine. Why is that? And I'm like, I took some sleeping pills by accident. Remember? And so we had to rush through it. And I had to go home.
I remember. I remember you had like a timer or something went off, and you took the pills. And I was like, what was that? But we had a great interview. I mean, we talked about, not just sales, but outside of, selling, what my interests were in Temple basketball. It was just something that I take, because I've hired many salespeople. I've managed sales teams, and I took a lot from not falling asleep and and running out to take pills, but just really that more relaxed, conversational, not just either one way or the other. So
well, we had always, I think we're all looking for wherever we're working, we're trying to build the culture. And that was a big part of it, was people that we could easily joke with, and laugh with and get along with, was just as important as the other stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think that's why I chose where I wanted to work, because I had 2 other offers, and this seems like a better culture, better fit. Yeah, it worked out great.
Well, backing up again a little bit for the Noobs. So Larry, he was in good college. I mean, Temple's a great college, and obviously, he's a talented person. And he was thinking about accounting because he just didn't know what else to think about. He's like, Mom does it, my brother does it, my uncle does it, and I'll do accounting. Sometimes we fall into that because that's just kind of what we see in front of us. It may or may not be what our good match is. So then you said, well, I'm more of a people person, and you made an incorrect assumption, right? Because you didn't really have good guidance, which is HR, that's people.
Exactly.
I think I'll do that. Well, there's fine HR people out there, but it's not near the opportunity of a salesperson.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, in school, when I was in college, they didn't have a sales degree per se, marketing. Yeah, and a lot of what you learn is actually on the job in sales.
Right.
Like you just have to have the personality and the discipline in sales. But in accounting, you can do a great job at doing all your accounting and balancing. But if I work, and you can work as hard as you can, and you're still going to just do that. What I liked about it was the better I became, the more it helped me make more money, which helped me afford different things, where I could do things with my family, even start a little side business. I mean, it was just a way that I could do so many more things. And you can learn. And in technology, I knew nothing about technology when I first came into this. It just, but I loved working with people. I loved to learn, and this was perfect for me. I was like, all right, this is what I want to do. And it was great. And then managing was even like a more, that was kind of where that HR element came in, where training and helping other people. That's what I enjoyed.
Well, again, you have so many good points. I want to just stress to the people, the noobs that are listening, is Larry was working his butt off when he weighed 250. Okay, he was probably working harder, and he kind of backed it down and started exercising, more time with the family, less weekend work, and his career went up. Right, he became a better salesperson. He became a manager. He became a VP. He was a very important part of building our business, and just because he's talented to begin with, but he took care of himself holistically.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's one point, and the other is on the career thing. That again, that's kind of what Noob School is for, is to let people, use our site and our resources to figure out where's their best fit, where should they be selling, because you ended up selling at Datastream. You didn't have a maintenance background, and we sold to maintenance people. I didn't either. In a perfect world, if you had some interest, I don't know what it was, but if you had, like for me, it was sports, like basketball.
Yep.
I would have said, well, I want to be in software, and I want to be in the Southeast, and I want to sell to the basketball programs because I already know a lot of them, and I like that. I want to be around the sport, and that would have been like right in the middle for me.
Yep.
And it wasn't, right. I'm over here somewhere because it's maintenance, but it's still close enough. It still can work, but you'll be happier the closer you get to the center.
Yes.
Of what you love.
Yes, I agree. I think similar interests we have. Health, sports, fitness is kind of my thing. So. Not perfect, but I found the people that I worked with.
Yeah.
It was the best environment I've ever had in my life. That environment at Datastream and the people that you hired, all like-minded. We were all driven, great to each other. It was just such a sweet spot. And I didn't know but I knew the different people, the mentors that I had within the organization, including yourself, they would help me find the spot. And I got to do lots of different things. I managed an inside sales team. I went to the outside sales team, and I sell services now for the same software company that bought Datastream.
So are you there now?
I am there. Yeah,
so you're at what, Hexagon?
Well, no, I am still with Infor. Hexagon bought a portion of it, and I won't be going because I am not EAM exclusive. So I sell consulting services.
So you sell consulting services for the company that bought our company?
Yes.
Okay, I got you.
Infor, yeah.
So well, that's interesting. And again, you have found you've done a really good job, I'll say, knowing you, of managing your life. Where you want to work and how what you want to do health-wise and who you want to hang around and.
Yeah, and I think if you're valuable to the organization, you get to do different things. Like, I didn't want to manage anymore at some point, so I stepped out, and then I got opportunities to manage again, just whatever fit with my life. And I got to do services, software, and if you are valuable to your organization, work hard, and good to other people, and you're able to kind of do what you want. Yeah. Experience different things. So it's been a good ride.
Well, you're doing good. You're doing good. Can you name anything other than the bong and the beer, anything else that you would pass on to say, I wouldn't have zagged there. I wouldn't have done that move, or watch out for this, or something like that?
I would say don't be afraid to try different things. I think I was offered a couple things outside of the organization that I may have wanted to try. That who knows how it would have gone. I would be open to listening to different ideas and different opportunities.
Interesting.
I think that was maybe one thing. And also I think one thing I did do early on was I was only on about 6 months in, and then I know I didn't have enough experience yet to manage, but I interviewed with JB for a manager job, and I said I know I'm not, you wanted somebody here that's longer, but I
Yeah.
wanted at least to tell
Yeah.
you, give you my thoughts. And that helped me get the next position later.
Right.
So don't be afraid to
Yeah.
go for.
Raise your hand.
Yeah, raise your hand.
Yeah.
Make them know that you're interested. It doesn't matter if you're just out of college or
Right.
whatever your experience is.
Right.
If you're good enough, if you're doing the right things.
Yeah. Yeah, and
It's
if
open for
it's
you.
an open interview, why not?
Yeah. So I think that was one important thing that I did that helped me tremendously.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very good. All right. And what would you say your favorite word is?
I think I've said it like 10 times here, and it was one of your words that you pounded into our heads. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Because when you are, like if a customer or anybody asks you a question, and you know the answer is yes, absolutely yes.
Yeah.
Saying absolutely is just so much more powerful.
Yeah.
It just feels better.
Yeah.
And I just really like that word.
I do too.
And I remember you even had the tattoos.
The tattoos, yeah.
But I even to this day, I say it all the time.
Yeah.
Like me and a couple other friends of ours. I'll know a data streamer
When they say absolutely.
Like Harrison will say, "Oh, absolutely."
Yeah.
That's,
Well, it's just, doesn't it make you feel better than if someone says, well, I think we can do that.
yeah, exactly.
We'll get to that Tuesday or something, No, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Gotcha.
Yes, we can. Yeah, that's one of my favorite words.
Well, fitness-wise, tell us just real quick what you got into. You did 15 years with the city.
Yes.
As a side deal.
Yes. So I, for the last 7 years, it was with the city.
Yeah.
And fitness boot camp instructor. So it's your typical body weight, calisthenics, in a group environment. It's kind of military. I actually learned from a Marine that I met when I was doing his class. And then he taught me. I trained with him for over a year, did some other training, and started a business where I would teach class in the mornings and help other people. So again, it's that people thing, helping others. And I think giving back helps you as well. But to do it without really any expectation to get anything in return, I think that's kind of the mantra of what we did at Datastream too, is kind of helping others, and it'll help the whole organization, help the other salespeople, and you make great friendships. They're the best friends I've had are either from working or fitness, and I've known these people for 20 years.
Cool.
Just,
Well, I consider myself one of those great friends.
Absolutely.
Larry, appreciate
Yes,
it,
sir.
man.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Appreciate it,
much.
John.
All right, thank you. Thank y'all.